Hey everyone, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow class, which is going to be focused on some nice controlled movement. You may be needing a couple of blocks for today's class, and when you're ready, let's get started in child's pose. Making your way to your all fours tabletop position, sending your hips heavy back to your heels, resting your forehead down to your mat, softening your shoulders, relaxing your forearms and closing your eyes. Taking a full breath in and a full exhale out. Just taking a few breaths here to start to settle onto your mat today. To start to focus on your breathing. With each inhale, feeling the back of your body expand towards the ceiling. And with each exhale, allowing your chest to soften towards your mat. Taking 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift your head. Walk your fingertips over towards the left-hand side, bringing your torso over your thigh. As you exhale, softening yourself back down, stretching those right fingertips away from you here. Coming back to center, lifting your head. And walking over to the right hand side, torso comes over the thigh. As you exhale, softening yourself back down, stretching those left fingertips away. Lifting your head, walking yourself all the way back to center, coming to an all fours tabletop position and starting to flow through your cat-cow movements. Dropping your belly, lifting your heart and chin to chest, pressing through the hands. Keep on flowing through these movements. Just at your own pace, doing a few more rounds. Making this your last cat or cow movement, bring yourself to neutral. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the armpit, shoulder comes to the mat. Maybe keeping that left hand on the mat, or to take it deeper, stretching the fingertips forwards, or sending the left hand behind, reaching for the top of the thigh, taking that half bind. 2 more breaths. Left hand comes back down. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it underneath. Bring the shoulder down to the mat. Again, taking any of those options on this side that you might have taken on the other side. Just holding there for a couple more breaths. Right hand comes back down. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Exhale, left hand comes down. Tuck your toes, come to downward facing dog. Sending the hips up and back. Taking a little pedal with your legs here, bending into the knees, pressing the heels down to the mat. And then stopping with your movements. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, step right foot to outside, right hand. Lower your left knee down, coming into your lizard. Hands are underneath your shoulders or to your blocks or books here. Staying nice and long in your spine. Taking one more breath. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Option to stay here or to reach right arm back behind, kicking foot to the hand, coming into that lizard twist. Exhale, release. Hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up. Walk yourself round to the left hand side, turn toes to face left side of the corner of the mat. As you squat down to the back of your mat, coming into that skandasana. You can use your hands to help you here, or maybe your hands come to prayer at your heart center. Exhale, hands come to the mat, lift your hips up, walk yourself round towards the back of your mat, framing your left foot, back foot pivots onto its toes, squeeze that right hip forwards and left hip back, coming into your pyramid. So as you inhale, reaching forwards with your crown, as you exhale, softening and folding towards that left leg. Maybe your hands are to your blocks or your books here, or maybe they're to the ground. You might want to find a bit more of a flow if you want to, as you inhale, lifting, and as you exhale, folding. Good. As you inhale, lifting up through your chest, stepping your foot back to your downward facing dog. We're going to swap sides. Inhale, left leg into the air. Exhale, left foot steps up outside of left hand. Lower the right knee down, coming into your lizard on the other side. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Option to stay here or to reach the left hand behind you, kicking the foot towards the hand. Exhale, release. Left hand to the inside of foot. Lift the back knee. Walk yourself back around to the top of your mat. Right toes face the long side corner. Take your skandasana towards the top of the mat. Flexing those left toes towards the ceiling. Maybe using your blocks to your hands here if you want a bit of help. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, lift the hips, walk around to the top of your mat, framing right foot, sliding it in just slightly, back foot steps out onto its ball. Right hip draws back, left hip draws forwards, inhale forwards with your crown, and exhale, soften and fold. Again, just like on the other side, if you want to find a little bit of a flow here, then you can. Inhale, lifting through the chest. Exhale, step it back to a high plank position. Lower your belly all the way down to the mat. Reaching your right arm out to the right hand side, nice long line with the shoulder, rolling onto the right hand side of your body, maybe stepping that top foot behind. Exhale, release back onto the belly, stretch left arm out, rolling onto the left hand side. And then back onto the belly, stretch right arm out, one more on each side. rolling onto the right hand side of the body. And then back to center, left arm out, rolling onto the left side. Bring yourself back to your belly, tuck your toes, come to all fours, and then come to your downward facing dog, floating those hips up and back. Inhale, step or walk your feet to the top of your mat. Dangle over your legs in your Uttanasana, hands to elbows, or relax the arms heavy to the ground. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend nice and deeply into your knees as you lower yourself to seated. Coming straight into your boat pose, your Navasana, lifting feet up off the mat. Maybe the fingertips stay down by the ground. Maybe you're reaching them out long by the sides, lifting through the chest. Maybe you want to play around with lengthening your legs long here for the extra challenge. Shakes are welcome. Lower the soles of the feet down to the mat. Grab hold behind your thighs. As you inhale, you're going to sit up nice and tall, puff up through the chest. As you exhale, you're going to find a little C curve in your spine. So tucking that tailbone under, gently lightening your grip on the back of your thighs. As you start to lean yourself back into that C curve. And then as you inhale, lifting up through the chest. And again, exhale, finding that curve, tucking the tailbone, loosening the grip. And inhale, lifting up. 2 more like that at your own pace. Nice and controlled. If you need a bit of padding underneath your bottom here, you could always bring yourself onto a blanket or a cushion. And this is your last one. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Come all the way down to lying on your back. You're going to rock along your spine back and forth and find your way all the way back to your feet. And I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. Taking your time to work through the movements. Once you're there, take a big breath. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, step right foot between hands. Back foot plants down. Windmill at warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. Right forearm comes to thigh. Inhale, left arm stretches over. Option to stay here or to make it a bit more challenging, thinking about reaching that right arm out long as well, engaging your core. Good. You're going to bring that left hand to your hip. Right fingertips come down to the ground, forwards and to the right slightly. Send weight to right leg. Left leg opens up to your half moon. Maybe that left arm reaches towards the ceiling. Remember, you can have that right hand to a block here if you want to. Drawing that right out hip back and into the midline. Nice strong standing leg. Option to play around with hovering those right fingertips up off the ground. Good. So then we're going to transition to our warrior 3. So square the hips off. Bring those hands to prayer at your heart center. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Don't worry if you fall. Just gently bring yourself back. Good. Then we're going to reach the arms back out nice and wide and come back to our half moon. Very slow, very controlled. Maybe the fingertips hover still, or maybe they're touching to the ground. Bend into your front knee, back foot lands all the way down behind you. As you inhale, open up back to your warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior, lengthening through that front leg. Windmill the hands down to the mat, framing your top foot as you step back, downward facing dog. Woo. Well done, super challenging. Bit of balance work there. We're going to come on to the other side. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left foot steps between hands, back foot plants down. Windmill up, warrior two. Bend into that front knee. Left forearm to thigh, right arm over, or stretching that left arm out too. Engaging, challenging with the core. Left fingertips are going to come down. Right hand to the hip. Weight to left leg, right leg into the air. Half moon. Pressing that back heel wave. You think about drawing left hip back into the midline. Finding that strength in your standing leg. Don't worry if one side's a bit wobblier than the other side. Then maybe think about lifting up through the left hand side, right hand to the ceiling, hovering those left fingertips up off the mat or the ground, and transitioning to your warrior three, hands to prayer, square the hips off, back legs lifting, lift through the chest, and then flying those arms back out to the side, as we come back to our half moon. Good. Bending into the front knee. Land the back toes down. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse your warrior. Lengthening that front leg. Windmill the hands to the mat. Frame your top foot. Step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise high to balls of feet, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend knees, step, walk, jump to your malasana. Yogi squat at the top of your mat. Hands come to prayer or fingertips to the ground. As you lower yourself all the way to seated on your mat. Good job. Soles of the feet are going to stay to the mat. You're going to walk your feet away from you slightly so that you've got enough room. Fingertips can come behind you or to your blocks. See what's easiest for you. I think I've got short arms, so it's better to have my hands to the blocks. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, coming to that figure of four. This could be enough for today, or you could start to creep that bottom foot in and creep the hips in. So you're shuffling yourself in a little bit closer to take it deeper if you want to. Taking 2 more breaths. Good, shuffling that foot away just so you can unravel your legs, and we'll swap sides. So crossing left ankle over the right thigh, and then maybe shuffling yourself in to take it a bit deeper. Lifting up through the chest again. Three more breaths. Good. As you exhale, shuffle that bottom foot away, unravel your legs and come all the way down to lying on your back. Lengthening both your legs towards the ceiling, relaxing your arms out wide to the sides, just starting to let that blood flow the other way. Maybe you stay here, or if you want to come into your shoulder stand from here, then you can. Relaxing those upper arms to the mat, drawing your knees towards your chest, using your core to roll your hips up off the mat. Fingertips to the back of the ribs, facing up, gazing towards your thighs. And if you want to drop the feet behind, into your halasana from here, then feel free to do so. And then when you're ready, slowly lowering all the way back down, the way you came up, nice and controlled. And wherever you are, lengthening your legs long onto the ground. Squeezing those legs together, pointing your toes, shuffling hands underneath the glutes. Shuffle elbows in too. Inhale, press down, lifting up through the spine, bringing the crown of your head to the mat. And then slowly draw your chin back towards your chest, lowering back down. Knees come in towards the chest. Relax the arms to cactus arms as you let them drop over towards the left hand side, scooping your hips under, gazing to the ceiling or to your right hand. Just starting to close off our practice today. Starting to soften that breathing. And then coming back to center, lowering the knees towards the right hand side, scooping the hips under. Rolling your left arm over to meet your right, pushing yourself up to a seated position on your mat of your choice. Relaxing your hands to where feels comfortable for you. Lengthening through your spine, sitting up nice and tall. Closing down your eyes. You're going to soften the shoulders down the back. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. And in your own time, blinking open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today.